Hello and welcome back. Hope you are good, doing well, and enjoying your weekend, and obviously getting ready for the next week. Hopefully, everything is all right on your end, and sound is great, and everything else is great. Okay, if you hear me, just give me a thumbs up. All right. Okay, so let's move on, and let's look at the market for next week. All right, so first of all, I'm gonna quickly look at a couple of setups which I have just posted over there on the trading view, and some video analysis on the YouTube, and then we're gonna look at the updates for the next week. I'm fine, thank you. Okay, so trading view, dollar CAD. Okay, so we were expecting dollar CAD to keep pushing higher after having these corrections. Yeah, so you may not see my drawing on trading view, all right, so but you may see my drawings on YouTube and on Facebook. Sorry guys. Okay, so and the next correction, that to break out too, and then we are expecting it to pull back for short term, give us another short term leg lower, and then continue its bullish trend. Okay, so price slightly went lower, but it's still struggling, all right, to push more higher. So we may see another leg lower. So this short-term sell opportunity is still there. Okay, so the opportunity you are looking is the Australian dollar. New Zealand dollar is coming back close to 103 area again for longer term, if you remember this pair. Okay, so the opportunity is setting up for buy on it. So CAD Yen, still a longer term sell opportunity, longer term to medium term. Yeah, so short term opportunity just exactly went up to the target. Okay, if you remember that we were expecting this to reverse from there within these areas. Okay, and this pattern to appear, if you remember. Okay, if you have seen my video analysis, then you must be chasing this trade from exactly within these areas. Okay, or within these areas. So updates were there, or just recently from there. Okay, updates were there on the YouTube. CAD Yen is doing all right. Okay, so Euro New Zealand dollar is still a buy opportunity, all right? So next week we can have the scene on the New Zealand dollar. Okay, so we may see a breakout, a sharp breakout of this for more upside. We're going to talk about that too. Okay, so this opportunity is still there. So we may see a quick rise. So right now, Euro is a very, extremely weaker currency across the market, all right? And just make sure you understand that before you start looking for buy on start looking for buy the euro. Okay, so Tesla, I see Tesla is going to drop. Yeah, the reason is very much simple, all right, because the Fed is looking to start tapering within this month, November, all right, which is not a good sign for the stock. All right, so the stock which have overextended, okay, we may see a drop over there across the market. All right, so Tesla is one of them. All right, so overweight, we can say that. Okay, so previously we were expecting it to continue its next bullish wave. We have seen that. All right, it's extremely strong aggressive move we have seen over there on the Tesla. Okay, so gone beyond 1000. All right, so went up to 1200. Okay, so we may see drop on Tesla. Okay, so some of cryptocurrencies are there, crypto charts are there. Okay, so we have seen drop. We're going to talk about the update. All right, so ADA is also overweight. Okay, so previously expecting ADA to drop from that $3. Okay, so since then the ADA is dropping again. Crypto currencies are also heavily overextended, we can say that. Okay, so we may see they have gone higher. The reason is very much simple. We are having inflation. Okay, no complex things are there. Stock went higher, all right, and energies went higher, all right, so everything is just went higher. Reason is very much simple. Commodities went higher, metals went higher, all right, and stock went higher, all right, cryptocurrencies went higher. So reason is very much simple. So we had inflation below 0 in March 2020. Now we are at 6.20. Okay, so that's the reason everything is just keep rising. Now Fed is giving signal that they're going to fight with inflation. All right, And what you should expect from that, okay, they are telling that they are, telling to the market that they are going to change their policy, okay, which means that the assets which have highly extended, all right, overextended, overvalued, they're gonna drop. Okay, they are also saying that we may see, crash on some asset prices. They are giving warning. So we are looking these, the assets which are heavily overextended, we may see drop on them. All right. So oil is also started its bearish wave last week, all right, and dropping lower. Okay, so Aussie Yen is also going to be a good opportunity, yeah. So started to drop lower, and Kiwi Yen also slowly pushing lower, all right. Bitcoin is also one of them. People may not be agree with the with the Bitcoin drop, okay, but we may see a drop on the Bitcoin, okay. The reason is very much simple. Why Bitcoin is being traded at 70? Inflation, all right. And when Fed gonna start taking their money away from the market, okay, then we may see a drop on these highly extended assets, all right. So you may not agree with that, all right, because people are simply buying the Bitcoin since 2010, all right. They don't see drop on it, yeah, but we may see a big sideways market ahead on all these assets which have extended a lot. Okay, so now let's move on and let's look at some YouTube charts. Okay, so euro dollar, hopefully you have seen that recap, all right, a nice recap we had there. We were expecting drop on the euro dollar since 2020 to November 2021, all right. So since then euro dollar is dropping. Hopefully you have catch those moves, all right. If you haven't caught those moves, all right, then still there is a lot of potential on it, on the euro dollar. Okay, any pullback on euro dollar gonna be a good opportunity to continue keep selling the euro dollar all the way. I'm expecting it to go all the way at least up to 108, all right, but in longer term I'm expecting euro dollar to go all the way up to 104, 103. Okay, 104, 103 areas, it can go there. All right, right now euro chief is being traded at 104 47, 147, all right, 147, 145. Okay, which means that euro dollar can also extend over there, yeah. So euro is still overvalued against the dollar. So we are having policy divergence. That is looking to raise the interest rate, while ECB is not looking to do anything, keeping the ultra loose monetary policy in place, and which is causing the euro to drop. Okay, so same thing happened with the euro yen, if you remember, yeah. We were chasing that move from the top. Okay, it's completed. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. Yeah, I have updated that chart many times, all right, euro yen, because we were expecting that to drop, all right. So Bitcoin also there. Gold, we're gonna talk about the gold, all right. So pound yen is still there. Okay, pound yen has we can say that gone more than 50% wave, all right, the wave which I was talking about there, since we had the bullish move, quick aggressive bullish move on the pound yen, right, from and it broke the previous top and then started to drop. So since then it is dropping, still got a potential over there to chase. Okay, so US 10-year yield, okay, and okay, so we may see a drop on the US 10-year yield, even though it is not in line with the market right now, because people are expecting that Fed gonna start tapering, they're gonna stop buying the bonds, okay, all right, and we're gonna see higher yields. Okay, yeah, we may see higher yields. Okay, but before what I'm expecting yield to drop first, all right, come close to the 125, 130, 135 within these areas, and then continue its bullish trend. Okay, which means that gold can stay short-term bullish, and then we may see a drop on the gold. All right, gold. Okay, if inflation keeps rising, okay, then gold gonna keep its trend for more upside. Means right now we are having 6.2. If that continue, let's say goes up to 10% or 11 or 12%, then we may see strength on the gold. But right now I'm not anticipating, because the energy prices, energy energy assets are dropping. We are having drop on energy, which is causing the inflation to go higher. Okay, so we may see ease on inflation in coming days to weeks. All right, so it's going to be a good sign for the and also Fed is going to be hawkish. All right, they may wind up their QE program quicker than they are saying. They said that they're gonna wind up within next 6 months. All right, but they may wind up that within 4 or 3. Okay, that's gonna be a strong hawkish sign for the dollar. Okay, and gold can boom, sharp, gold can crash. All right, so catchy, still opportunities there. New Zealand dollar was a brilliant. If you remember, if you have seen that, dollar yen still, we can chase that. Okay, pound yen update, New Zealand dollar, WTI dropping. All right, WTI dropping, Aussie yen still, you can chase that. All right, this is still potential is there. All right, potential is there on the pound yen. Okay, if you haven't watched these videos, watch and you're gonna understand that. All right, so dollar yen still is there. All right, pound euro yen is almost done. CAD yen going almost 50% way, we can say that gone. Okay, but still we can chase that. There is potential on the CAD yen. All right, pound yen, yeah, so updates are there. I have updated these chart, these pairs many times. Okay, so there is a pullback due on the stock market, on the S&P 500 or other major indices. We may see a pullback on them, and then we may see a buy the dip opportunity. All right, so yeah, so yen pairs were focused in these videos. All right, so the videos you see there, yen pairs were focused. So yen pairs are right now going down. Okay, now let's move on. Let's look at the opportunities for next week. So if you haven't gone through these videos, go through, you're gonna learn something. All right, and some opportunities are still there to catch. Okay, so dollar index, what's happening? Dollar index is simply catching up the higher yields. All right, so we are having higher yields. All right, and dollar is just simply trying to catch up that. Okay, pricing in for the rate hikes, pricing in for the hawkish Fed. All right, as I said, if Fed is going to end their QE quicker than they were previously planned, okay, this is going to be a simply bullish sign for the dollar. All right, and dollar easily can go beyond the pre-pandemic levels. Okay, this is pre-pandemic level, which is 100. Right, and it can continue its bullish trend. And since it was there, I was saying to you guys that people were talking about that we're gonna have cyclical sell-off on the dollar. Everyone, almost everyone thought that Fed gonna keep the interest rate close to zero for longer term, and we're gonna have cyclical sell-off on the dollar. That hasn't happened, right? That hasn't happened. So what's happening? Even Fed wasn't expecting that inflation gonna go higher that much quicker. All right. So policy change is coming. All right, and policy change is coming, which I was talking about previously in my videos, that November going to be the very important month. We may see policy change in November, so we are having that. Okay, and which is causing the dollar to go higher. So fundamentals are very much clear. Okay, and what you are simply looking on lower time frame, any pullback you see right now, we are having that pullback on. We had that pullback on Friday. All right, on DXY, and it just simply broke out because the euro was crashing. Okay, broke out, and you are looking at another pullback. Okay, that pullback to at least test that previous low, form that flat formation, and continue for short term. So you are looking for short term continuations for more upside. Okay, not for a big move. All right, so big move for upside, because the big move has already started from the bottom. You only can catch continuations for short term with the trend. All right, so if we're gonna have a bigger pullback, all right, bigger pullback, that's gonna be great. Any bigger pullback on the dollar gonna be a buy the dip opportunity, simply for longer term. All right, so when I say longer term, means longer term. Okay, there is no, you're not gonna see something, a cyclical sell-off on the dollar, after having a policy change in the US. Okay, so bigger pullback, daily pullback, even though I'm not anticipating, but in case if that's coming, all right, it's gonna be a buy the dip opportunity. So dollar fate gonna be decided by the Fed. All right, how Fed is going to deal with the inflation. Are they going to show their concerns? If so, it is going to rise very, very aggressively for upside. If not, all right, and going to stick to their transitory, you know, transitory inflation, going to say again that they are still see inflation as a transitory, all right, then we may see rise, but slow, not quicker aggressive rise. All right, so continuation for more upside, simple and easy analysis. Okay, so very much analysis on dollar pair is going to be the same. The only pair which I'm looking is to drop is the dollar yen. All right, the dollar yen to drop. So we're going to talk about that too. So euro dollar. Okay, so recap is over there on the YouTube. I'm going to look at the weekly chart so that you can understand that what's happening. We are within that weekly wave. Okay, so nicely it's just keep dropping aggressively to the downside. Okay, so do we have more potential on it? Yes, we do have. Yeah, we do have more potential. And I don't see euro is going to change that bearish trend anytime soon. Okay, when I say that anytime soon means that it is going to stay there. The bearish trend is going to stay with us for next 2 to 3 years. All right, next 2 to 3 years. Okay, so like the way it has remained over there. Okay, from 2000 we can say that, from 2015 to 2017. Yeah, so 2 years remained over there, and I don't see that trend. The only, we only can expect this to change that bearish trend for upside is that if inflation is going to out of control in the Europe and ECB is going to react to that very, very aggressively, then we can say that the euro can reverse that trend. Okay, so inflation is still in control. We can say that in the euro above 4%. All right, but it's not like the 6.2% we are having in the US. All right, so and even ECB is not showing their concerns about 4.1% inflation the way Fed is showing. So these are the fundamentals. Policy divergence is there. Euro is dropping. All right, so simple analysis is there. Okay, so I have already posted these short charts. So I think maybe on this chart, let me check. Yes, okay, so all these charts. So if you have gone through these updates, all right, so since then euro is just simply dropping. Okay, so the recent one, so that you guys can understand that. So recent one was that. Okay, so euro when it was trying to break that flag, all right, and that flag, that flag formation. So since then we are having a quick drop on it. Okay, so the Friday one, there was a 1 hour time frame, continuation from more downside. So that's what the trend we are having on the euro. All right, so let's make it a bit more simple. All right, and get it what to do next. Simple. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the lower time frame. So you are looking lower time frame to just simply keep dropping lower, all right, and go all the way back to this area. This is 107. Okay, so 112. Right now price is at 112, so we're still gonna get almost 600 pip move is there on the euro dollar all the way back to that low. Any pullback, all right, so any deeper pullback, maybe some of you guys who are buying the euro, and one is asking that is it possible for the euro to visit the 115? Maybe you are buying euro dollar over there, and maybe you are stuck over there and looking to euro dollar to pull back so that you can get out. All right, we may see that pullback. All right, we may see that pullback on the euro dollar daily pullback, but that's going to be the sell opportunity for longer term. All right, this daily pullback, like these previous ones. All right, this daily pullback. Okay, so we may see that kind of cycle on the euro dollar. All right, this kind of big slow drop. So any pullback gonna be sell. Any pullback, easy, and keep dropping lower. All right, so that's if it goes for a bigger daily correction, you are looking this to continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, on lower time frame, what you are looking simply, okay, the chart which I have just shown you. Yeah, the previous flag broken and went lower. Okay, this flag broken, breakout was happening over there. This short-term trade was there, happened, completed that. So you are simply looking this to push up. Okay, push up, flat, right, or expanding triangle, and continue to keep dragging lower slowly, slowly. So any trade you take, all right, this trade, make sure you understand that, or the trade which I have just shown you, all right, this trade, that was a short term, all right, that wasn't a longer term trade for the downside. So longer term trade was there at the top, all right, at the top, when you know on weekly time frame it was reversing. So you are looking it to pull back, drop, keep taking your trades off from the market rather than staying in for longer term. Got it? All right. All right, so it may reverse. Okay, so it may reverse because it has dropped very, very aggressively, so it may reverse up to 114. But if it goes up to 115, it's gonna be a sell opportunity. Yeah, so I may try. I'll try my best to post, you know if I'll see. So easy chart, easy to understand that many traders trade on this. Yeah, if you see that pulling back, just stay with the trend, all right, rather than buying it. So dollar chief might be a slow movers for the upside, okay, but we are looking simply this to go beyond that pre-pandemic levels, all right. That's the pre-pandemic level, okay, and we may see a quick rise on the dollar chief as well over time, all right. So I'm gonna look at the lower time frame. Right now it's very slow, all right, may take some time to continue to keep pushing more higher, all right. So you are looking this to get bigger, all right, a bigger flag formation, okay, and then break. Not a best chart to watch right now. You only can watch it to continue if it breaks out very, very aggressively, and then you can start looking for this to continue. Otherwise, I would suggest you to stay away from the dollar chief as long as this pair is not moving very, very aggressively for more upside, okay. You may trade for short term by your own, but right now, I don't see. I see a quick rise gonna come over there, all right, because it has to go there, all right, and need to tag that level, all right. So yeah, that flat 4-hour time frame, flat formation and flag formation, and continue. So pound, okay, so let's look at the bigger weekly time frame chart. Okay, so go and tag that previous low. Yeah, this may not make sense for you because Bank of England is looking to raise the interest rate. Okay, so if all these banks which are talking about the tighter monetary policy, okay, if they start raising the interest rate, that's not going to be good sign for the whole market, all right. So early tighter monetary policy from all major banks can disrupt the market, all right, because market has overextended. So the stock market is is close to 145% of GDP, all right, so which is extremely overvalued, we can say that, all right. So we may see market can disrupt, all right. So aggressive tighter monetary policy can disrupt the whole market, all right. So what we are looking, just trend to stay there, all right. Pound continue to keep dragging lower all the way. So euro is somewhere there, okay. If I'm gonna pull out, if I'm gonna compare these two charts, all right, and I'm gonna look at the euro dollar, okay. So euro dollar is at at all right, so on 29th of June, okay, so we were having 112 on the euro dollar. Euro dollar was at 112 or 13, okay. So this has to catch, all right, so it has to catch up that move. So whatever Bank of England is going to do, all right, so if they are going to divert their policy from the ECB and going to raise the interest rate aggressively, okay, I don't see a longer term rise on it, all right. I don't see a longer term rise on it. So we may see continuation from more downside back to that lower longer term 115, all right, like the way euro is doing right now. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense for you, all right. So pullback is just happening over there. I mean, daily correction, we can say that the flag is just farming over there. You are simply looking this to break down aggressively, all right, and continue to keep dragging lower. First, this is going to be the target, all right, medium term target. you're gonna be lucky if it is going to drop very, very aggressively from there, okay, and continue its trend all the way back to that low. All right. So first of all, you are, for the next week, you are looking price to hit this previous low. All right. If I'm gonna look at that on a lower time frame, price is already trying to break out. Okay, so you are looking this to break out. Any pullback comes over there, you are simply looking this to tag this. This is gonna be the short-term trade first or the next week. All right, so it's already breaking out. All right, you are looking this to just continue, tag that low. And if this is going to be very, very aggressive, then you can extend your target more downside, as I have explained to you. All right, so if it doesn't, all right, then simply go back for a flat formation, all right, and then continue to keep dragging lower for more downside. So short-term trade is already happening over there. Yeah, if you have seen my pound yen trade, okay, this trade, then you know that what I'm talking about on the pound dollar. If you haven't, all right, if you haven't traded on this chart, then you're not gonna understand that what I'm talking about on the pound dollar. If you have traded, both trades are similar. Okay, this trade has already gone, but you still can catch that trade on the pound dollar for short term. Yeah, I'm gonna look at the pound yen when I'm gonna go over there. So short term, back to that bottom and continue to keep dragging lower. In case if we are going to see change on it during the week, I'll try my best to post that chart for you. All right, but right now I don't see any change on it. I see just keep correction is there, breakout, and continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, so longer term target going to be that 122. So medium term target going to be that too. All right, this area. So short term target going to be over there. All right, as I have shown on the lower time frame. All right, so dollar CAD, yes, dollar CAD weekly reversal is just happening over there within these areas. Let's look at that chart first so that we can understand that what's happening. All right, so trying to reverse for longer term. On lower time frame, the medium term target you are looking, is that, right? Medium term target is this. All right, so if you are having already that trade, let me check if I do have dollar CAD chart quickly. Okay, so it should be on Telegram. Okay, so this correction. Okay, so we were expecting that correction to continue. Yeah, so broken, pushing higher, another breakout was happening. Yeah, so next flag was happening over there. Last week it was breaking. All right, so we were expecting the target at 127 of this previous move. All right, so price is almost tag that 127. All right, 127 of this previous move. All right, so what our medium to longer term chart you have just seen, weekly chart. Okay, what is the medium term target? Medium term target is the 129 or 130. Okay, so we may see more upside on it. All right, yeah, so you only can expect dollar CAD to do something unexpected. Okay, what is unexpected? Yeah, the unexpected is that the dollar CAD to drop very, very aggressively for the downside and continue its longer term drop to the downside. How that going to happen? All right, if OPEC countries are not going to supply enough oil to the market. All right, this is the first reason which can give strength to the CAD. All right, because there are going to be shortages for oil and oil price is going to continue to keep pushing more higher. And the second reason is that if Bank of Canada keep raising the interest rate aggressively, okay, that can drive the dollar CAD for longer term to the downside. So I don't see both things are going to happen anytime soon. All right, because the US is trying to put pressure on the OPEC and trying to bring all big countries which are having huge oil reserves, all right, so that they can release their oil reserves, all right, and we may see ease on oil prices and ultimately ease on inflation, all right, which can cause the oil to drop, all right, and CAD to get weaker too, all right, and we may see strength on the dollar against the CAD, all right. All these things are all these things can put pressure on the CAD for downside, and the other side is that the higher inflation in the US and Fed may wind up taper quickly and can raise rates quicker than expected, which can cause the dollar to continue to keep pushing more higher. Okay, it is perfectly makes sense for the dollar CAD to keep rising for a longer term. All right, so the downside is not making any sense for the dollar CAD. So what you are looking, any pullback you see over there, going to be a short-term continuation opportunity for more upside. Okay, if you already catch those, all right, so we were expecting it to break out from there, so since then it is rising. These flags I have already shown. So if you guys are already having those trades, you are looking this target. All right, so dollar CAD to continue to keep pushing more higher. If not, then you are looking at short-term pullback as I have just shown over there. Okay, and then again there's going to be a buy opportunity on the dollar CAD. Yeah, hopefully we're going to have that expanding triangle formation and more upside on it. All right, so good evening. So let's keep going, because there are a lot of assets to talk about, and we are already gone, you know, we already passed 30 minutes. I have just finished a couple of. All right, so Australian dollar. All right, so Australian dollar, we were expecting Australian dollar to drop to. All right, so I may find a chart so that you guys can get the idea. Maybe some of you guys don't like me to show you the old chart. All right, but the reason is that you can understand that what's happening. All right. All right, so old charts going to help you to understand that what you know market is doing right now, and the next step is to just follow that. Okay, so simply this was a daily correction. Okay, and we can say that the ABC move was forming over there. We are simply within that move. All right, we are within that daily move on the Australian dollar US dollar, and this chart is telling you that the daily move is about to finish. All right, the daily wave is about to finish up to this previous low. All right, because the move started from there. If you miss that and you're trying to chase it right now, you miss the move. Okay, so weekly chart continue to keep dragging lower. All right, and yeah, so my longer term still bearish. You know, I'm bearish bias on the Australian dollar US dollar. All right, but right now I'm not looking this to go that much far away, but we may see it to go that much far away. All right, and over time. Okay, what we may see, yeah, we may see continuation from more downside and a pullback back to that top. Yeah, if that's coming, I'll try my best to share that. Okay, but yes, we may see that one more bullish wave. Okay, so what's next? The next is the move is very much gone over there on this chart. I do have the updates too on this chart. Okay, because this was a. All right, so the next correction was forming over there. We were looking for this to break out too. All right, and we just recently, you know, the last week we were expecting this correction to happen. It happened. All right, and then, you know, we were expecting it to break out. All right, watching very, very closely on these charts. All right, to give us a breakout. All right, and we got a breakout finally. All right, so this move, short-term move, is already tagged that. Okay, but the potential is there. Okay, up to that low. So that's why I have shown you the previous old chart. All right, because price was breaking that daily correction. All right, and the next correction formed over there. That was correction. Okay, these were short-term. The next correction which broke out was the previous week. Okay, so price went into a correction, you know, start of the I mean on Monday, last week Monday, it just simply went for the 4-hour time frame correction, and then we were expecting it to break out. All right, so hopefully you understand that what price is doing right now. All right, and if you are already into that trade, okay, the guys who are, you know, following this chart from that top, okay, then you're simply looking for target there. Okay, target there. First target gonna be that, and in case if we may see, you know, continuation for more downside, you may extend it to go all the way back to that low. Okay, so we may see a sideways market from there. Okay, I'm expecting it to go sideways like that. All right, from this bottom. So we'll see how that gonna develop from there. So right now, let's straight away go to the 1-hour time frame. Okay, this 1-hour time frame correction. okay, and then breakout. So some of you guys may ask that how do you understand that the correction is over, guys? You can use moving averages for that. All right, so it's a very simple. You may start okay, normally price goes back within moving averages and then continue its trend. You can see over there, went, drop, went, drop, okay, went and then drop, okay, so went and then drop. So again, you are looking just simply to go back in the moving averages and continue its bearish trend all the way back to the previous low. Okay, so this is telling you that the correction is due. It's a part of the training, all right, and a very helpful tip. Okay, if you don't know how to look at that, use moving averages. It's a very simple indicator. Yeah, gonna help you to understand that correction is due or not. Okay, so New Zealand dollar, again same. Okay, so New Zealand dollar was also a sell opportunity since last 2 weeks. All right, I'm gonna look at the daily chart, and daily chart was similar like the Australian dollar chart. All right, and same corrections appeared over there. Okay, that's the daily chart. The wave is just happening over there. We are looking at to just continue to keep dragging lower. Corrections were there, and I do have updated corrections chart as well over there. All right, so the reason again to show you these charts, guys, so that you can understand that what price is doing right now, all right, and what you have missed, all right, and if you are trying to catch it right now, what you may get. Okay, so yeah, so waiting for this correction to appear. It appeared and then started to continue the next wave, all these charts. Okay, so waiting for that daily drop to happen. Okay, 4-hour time frame corrections broken, continue, next last week correction. Okay, that happened, so we are within that drop right now. Okay, again, potential is there. The arrow is clearly showing that up to which level we may see drop on it. I will look at the euro pound, guys, just bear with me. We have a lot of assets to look at that. Okay, if you're gonna look at my watch list, all right, look at, yeah, so a lot of assets are there to check. So I'm not gonna go through all, definitely. Yeah, only gonna look at the one which you are interested, all right, and then gonna talk about your questions. Okay, so hopefully you understand that these charts, what they are, what they were telling you. Okay, so potential is still there. Next week we are having rate this on New Zealand dollar against the dollar, I mean on New Zealand. Okay, next week we are having rate decision, and the rate decision is that the current interest rate is 0.50. all right, 0.50. all right, and the expected forecast is 0.75. all right, the Bank of New Zealand is looking to raise the interest rate. So if they're going to raise the interest rate, we may see short-term strength, we can say that, on the New Zealand dollar. I'm expecting a huge aggressive move on the New Zealand dollar. If in case we are going to see that, okay, then this is going to be a sell opportunity on the New Zealand dollar. Or I mean, let's say like this kind of move is going to happen, a big, I mean, let me like that. Right, you may go for short-term buy, all right, but again, this is going to be a longer-term sideways market and sell opportunity. Not expecting that move to come out, okay, expecting it to just continue its trend, all right, because it has, this pair, this is the only pair which priced in very, very aggressively among the major currencies. New Zealand dollar priced in heavily, aggressively these rate hikes, the rate hikes which we are having right now, all right. We're going to have facts, all right. After those facts, we may see drop, all right. We are having drop, even after, hikes in the New Zealand. Okay, so you are simply looking this to continue to keep dragging lower this target, or in best case scenario, go beyond 68. Okay, on lower time frame. All right, so on lower time frame, again, breakout is already happened. Okay, like this breakout is already happened over there. So just continue. All right, if do not continue, then again go for a flat formation. All right, and Bank of New Zealand to help us this pair to continue to keep dragging lower. In case if they don't raise the interest rate, this is going to be quicker to the downside. All right, we may see a quick drop on it. It can drop quickly to the downside rather than slow drop. Hopefully you understand that we are about to reach to the floor. Okay, that's the target. All right, and that's the target for best case scenario. Okay, so short term target gonna be over there on flat formation, like I have just shown you for the flat formation. So dollar yen, there we're gonna stay longer term bearish on this chart. Okay, and the reason is very much simple, that the higher interest rate policy in the US, again gonna be good for the yen for longer term. All right, and we may see drop. Okay, longer term drop on it back to that low. Okay, like the way we have seen rise on it, we may see a drop on it. Okay, so on last week we were expecting it to drop. The reason why it wasn't, it didn't drop, because the dollar was gaining across the market. Okay, and why we were not expecting it to continue to keep pushing more higher. All right, yeah, why? The reason is very much simple. Why we were wrong over there, okay, and why we were right on the other dollar pairs. The reason is very much simple, guys. You're not gonna see I mean, market doesn't move like that way. Yeah, so dollar yen gonna drop, and the other dollar gonna drop on the others too. All right, so this has to go higher for the other dollar pairs to drop. All right, dollar to gain against the others. So why we are looking this to drop? The reason is very much simple, because we are looking for longer term drop. Okay, for not for short term. All right, and in case if dollar, the trend which we are having right now on the DXY or euro or the other dollar pairs, if that goes sideways, then this is going to be the best pair to chase for the longer term. All right, this is going to be the best pair to chase for longer term to the downside. So looking for reversal on this, and looking for the other dollar pairs to continue their trend. All right, obviously when you start to get into the market or looking to get into the market, you need to understand the price action. Okay, don't just simply blindly follow the market. Okay, so this is the wedge you are looking. Okay, all right, so price to break out and continue to keep dragging lower all the way back to that trend line, or go back up within that wedge and again then start dropping for longer term. I'm gonna look at the lower time frame so that you can understand that. All right, so correction is already forming over there. Price to simply stay below that top. All right, for selling the dollar yen. Breakout continue, slightly a risky trade. If you know like that breakout, get in. If you don't know, then don't chase it. All right, go back up and then drop, or continue the bearish trend for longer term to the downside. All right, so euro yen very much gone. All right, so the chart you may have missed. All right, because I was shouting everywhere that this this is going to come, this is going to happen. All right, the move on the euro yen is going to come. All right, let me bring the old chart to you guys, the euro yen old chart, just one chart, so that you can understand. When we had a sudden drop on the yen, people started to get worried that the yen is going to to do something unusual. Okay, this chart. All right, so I knew. All right, so I knew. How confidently I'm saying that I knew that this wave is going to come. Okay, it was rising. All right, it went higher, and this move was quick, sharp. All right, and if you have seen my previous video analysis on the euro yen, okay, I was asking you to look for this to drop since from these tops. Okay, and dropping all these short-term trades were there. Okay, and all these trades happened over there, and when sudden quick rise came over there, yes, so some people started to worry that it is going out of control. So that move was quick. All right, that bullish move on the euro yen was quick, even was tradable. All right, I'm not saying that it wasn't tradable, it was tradable. All right, but the more predictable and longer term trade, or the longer term wave, or with the trend, we can say that was this. Okay, this trend is a longer term trend. Longer term means that we are having that trend since last, we can say that since euro is against the yen, being, is being traded on the exchange since euro barred. All right. So since then, euro is, we can say that is struggling against the yen. All right. So longer term bearish trend we are having on this chart. So more predictable wave was that. And since then, okay, since then I was, saying that this is going to come. I'm going to show you only a couple of charts. I'm not going to show you all updates on lower time frame. Okay, so this daily wave, and there I do have a lot of updates on this chart on lower time frame. And you may look at these videos as well on the euro yen. Okay, look at these videos on euro yen. You're gonna understand that. If you have missed the move, all right, then there are still a couple of more yen pairs to chase. Okay, you can chase those and you can catch those waves for the downside. All right, so yeah, so that daily wave is just happening over there right now. So what is next? So the next is that the wave has gone. We are having that since that wave, since since 22 October, all right, till today, a month, all right, a month, we can say that. So what's next? My longer term forecast on the euro yen is still this, all right, so I'm expecting it to continue to keep dragging lower, all right. So if it is going to drop this time, okay, it's gonna a bit surprise me because I'm not anticipating this to drop this time, all right. So I'm anticipating this to find out its bottom over there, okay, and start going for a higher a daily wave over there. Okay, this daily wave hasn't confirmed yet, so don't start looking for buy that move yet. All right, and then after having that daily wave, how market gonna do, we'll see. Okay, either it is going to drop for longer term to the downside, or we are going to see a continuation to the downside. Okay, so right now it has completed its wave. All right, so the recent the recent setup was there on 1 hour time frame. Within this video, the euro yen, the big wave ride is about to complete. All right, so it's completed right now. All right, so that setup was there, the video setup was there. All right, breakout on this, if you remember, if you have gone through that video. Okay, that setup, now this setup is just simply gone. Okay, so what's next? So next is the price to just hold this area. Okay, if you know how to trade against this sharp trend, then you can trade that way. All right, you can trade into that direction. It's tradable. All right, but need to manage your position really well. Okay, because it can break down and continue to keep dragging more lower. All right, so just simply keep close eyes and price to stay above that low. All right, and this 15-minute time frame correction to slightly get bigger. Okay, 100% retracement, and then continue to keep pushing more higher. Okay, so stay short-term bullish. Okay, so short-term bullish again. Bullish move hasn't confirmed yet, as the bearish move confirmed over there for the downside. Okay, and we were just looking this to continue. This move hasn't confirmed yet. Okay, so if you are going for this move, make sure you understand that price action is appearing over there. The price action which I was anticipating, it is just exactly doing the way I was expecting it to do over there. It's just simply showing price action as expected, as I was expecting on the euro yen. So as explained, okay, on 15-minute time frame, bit risky, but you can trade on it for short term buy opportunities. And how far it goes, just simply follow that. All right, so euro CAD yen, still you can chase it. All right, so you still can chase this chart. If I'm gonna look at the daily time frame, CAD yen video analysis are already there. All right, so you can watch these and can get the idea there what to do on the CAD yen, what it is doing, and what to do next. Okay, next definitely we're going to talk about here now. Okay, this is what we are looking longer term. So the move or the wave, okay, this is the wave to complete. The way euro yen is just sitting over there right now. Okay, euro yen is sitting there. All right, almost a same pattern we are having. All right, we are having we can say that expanding triangle over there on the CAD yen. But what pattern we had over there on the euro yen, we were having, you can say that symmetrical whatever, okay, flat formation or whatever, a simple flat. Where price is right now at this, okay, sitting at that bottom. Where is the CAD yen? Struggling there. Okay, this potential still there on a CAD yen, so we can catch that. All right, we can catch that. Okay, and the reason I have already explained to you guys why we may see drop on the CAD. Okay, the reason is very much simple. You know, if oil prices are going to drop, then CAD can get weaker. All right, and the only currency which is left to price in for the hawkish policy is the yen. Almost all other major bank central banks are tightening up their policy, all right, and ending QE programs. So Bank of Japan is still holding on their ultra loose monetary policy, not giving any signal. Even ECB has given signals to tighten their monetary policy. Yes, so potential is still there. How to chase that? The question is how to chase that. Okay, so the previous, so this chart I have shown you at the start. All right, so boom, gone. So what you are looking, simply go to your lower time frame, again pull out your moving averages, price to come back within the moving averages and stay. What I was talking about there, if you have let's look at this, all right, or if I still do remember exactly, then I think the pair was the euro yen. Just one second. Right, so I think the pair was the euro yen, or but one of the euro yen, I mean one of the yen, maybe euro yen, CAD yen, or yes, it was I think pound yen. All right, so when the bearish wave was starting over there on the pound yen. Okay, what I was saying to you guys that watch for the price to stay below the moving averages. If you do remember, price to stay below the moving averages. All right, so price is staying below the moving averages. All right, so giving you a reversal signal and continuation for the downside. Okay, so very much simple again there. Price to stay below the moving average. Okay, so if we so break in for the next. All right, so this was the 4-hour time frame setup. The setup which we were having over there was a 4-hour time frame setup. Okay, now you are looking for the price to stay below the 4-hour time frame moving averages. Simple analysis, all right? And any pullback you see on the CAD yen, if price is deeper pullback, is giving you a deeper pullback. All right, so it's going to be a medium term to longer term sell opportunity. Okay, all the way back to that low. Okay, potential is still there. Okay, if I'm going to quickly look at the pound yen pair. So there I was talking about, I think, on a lower time frame, for 1-hour time frame there. Okay, price to stay below the moving averages in my video setup, all right, which I have posted on the YouTube. Price just simply staying below the moving averages, and pound yen, boom, went lower. Same again, potential is there. What to do? Let the price to pull back. If you already missed the trade, okay, don't chase it there. Potential is there. You're waiting for this to, the bigger the pullback, the better the return and the entry you guys gonna get. All right, so rather than chasing it at these areas, okay, it's not gonna make sense for you. Okay, the time to chase the shot was there. Okay, when price, if you guys wanna understand these, I mean, these are the moving averages which I'm using. All right, so you can use this. So exponential moving average 21 close, exponential moving average is 50 close, exponential moving average 80 close. All right, so smoother moving average is 35 exponential. So I have applied that on the exponential moving average. All right, so if you don't know how to apply, okay, just simply go to the indicators. All right, so you're gonna see that indicator there. All right, so posted by me. Okay, just type it over there, that indicator, in the search box, right? And then you're gonna get that indicator there. All right, I have just applied that. All right, so the thread is there on the trading view. You can get that indicator over there. All right, so hopefully you understand. Okay, so one hour time frame, price is just simply pulling 30 minutes. Let's go to the lower time frame. 30 minutes. Okay, so pull, push up, more push up, the deeper the pullback, right? So the nice, and yeah, if I'm gonna make it more simple to you guys, okay, so just simply keep selling those breakouts. Okay, this is the breakout, this is the breakout. All right, so if you see that the breakout is coming, sell, hold, stop there. Okay, and if it keeps dragging aggressively lower, just you know, keep watching all these breakouts. Okay, gonna be very much similar like the euro yen breakout. Euro was struggling more than the other pairs against the. Why I'm taking time on these charts? Because there is opportunity, guys. Make sure you don't let that opportunity goes. Some of you guys gonna frustrate that why I'm taking too long on it. So Aussie yen, same. All right, so you have the potential on it. You can chase it. Yeah, so potential euro yen, where euro yen is sitting. All right, so if this pair is not going to hit this low, right, or let me tell you in a different way, let me teach you something free. All right, so in my video, in this video, yeah, when you're gonna watch that video, right, sorry, this video, right, that's the completion of the wave. All right, so if you're gonna watch that video for another breakout, okay, so within that video I was talking about that the target on the euro yen was that. Okay, so that tagged, or at least that it has tagged both. All right, euro yen tagged that target, all right, and tagged that target. So Aussie yen is still far away from that target. Okay, so what is the target? This is the first target, and that is your second target. Okay, so first target, second target, and first target is still far away on the Aussie yen. So potential is there. Okay, second target is there. Okay, so potential is still there. So we call that lag, right? This is a lag between these two assets, all right? So it means Australian dollar is still strong against the yen, all right? But the euro is not strong against the yen and losing its value very quicker than the others, okay? Quicker than the Australian dollar. So potential is there. You still can catch that, all right? And how to do it? Just simply go to your lower time frame, and again go to your moving averages. All right, and moving averages, and yes, because oil is strong. That's the reason CAD is strong against the yen. Okay, so again, there was the opportunity last week on Aussie yen there. That has gone. I do have that chart. Let me show you that chart, guys. Okay, so this opportunity was there. The same opportunity. Okay, so the same opportunity was there on the CAD yen. Same opportunity was there on the Aussie yen. Same opportunity was there on the pound yen. All right, so hopefully you have seen my pound yen video, because there was the opportunity. So this opportunity is gone. Okay, again, simple and easy analysis to keep in mind for next 2 to 3 weeks or 4 weeks. All right, so next 4 weeks you should keep that simple analysis in mind. Price to stay below that red line. All right, so this red line, as I have shown, ask you to go to the indicator and find that red line using my indicator. All right, pull out those indicators, and the price to stay below that red line for next 2 weeks. All right, and this to continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, the first target, second target. All right, in case if anything unusual happen, all right, and we are going to see a different kind of move on this chart on Aussie yen. Okay, I'll try my best to update to you, but right now no change. Market is just simply following what we were expecting. Just you follow the market now. Okay, So yeah, so 4 hour time frame pullback already happened. Move is, yeah, you may already miss the move. If you haven't, you are still in, you're looking to continue to keep dragging more lower, hold it for more downside. If not, then hope for the bigger pullback. Okay, bigger pullback, a nice similar kind of correction, and then breakout and continue to keep dragging more lower. Yes, euro is weaker. Okay, hopefully you understand that. Okay, Kiwi yen is similar. Okay, gonna be important. We were expecting this to drop too. I do have that chart too, guys. Okay, so why I was, accurate on all these charts? Why price was simply going into my way, the way I was expecting it to do? Why? So the reason is very much simple, guys. You need to understand the whole market, not just one pair. If you're gonna understand one pair, all right, then you're not gonna understand that what is going to come next. You need to understand the whole market. Then you're gonna understand how currencies, mostly traders struggle in the currencies. All right, traders don't struggle in the indices, equities, okay, because the trend is simple, bullish. Keep buying. You don't see drop on them very often, but currency market stays sideways. All right, and you don't see trending market in currencies, so it's a bit difficult to trade on the currencies as with compared to the other assets. All right, which are trending in one direction. All right, the reason why currencies, more traders trade on the currencies, because sideways market create more opportunities. All right, rather than the trending market. All right, in trending market you may end up buying at the top at the higher price. Okay, so it is dropping too. Okay, so analysis is very much simple, and we're gonna have a rate decision. Okay, so this to keep dropping on a rate decision too, no major change. Okay, this to specifically drop after the rate decision, okay, or during the rate decision. Yeah, if they're not gonna raise the interest rate, that's gonna be a good sign for this to keep dropping. All right, because market is expecting that they're gonna raise the interest rate. So nothing new. There is a correction developing, pullback. You see that same pattern. Okay, so something for you to learn. Okay, you are having a same pattern. Okay, go back within the moving averages on the yen pairs and then continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, so pound yen was a good chart too last week, guys. There was a setup for 4 hour time frame. Okay, so the more interesting chart on pound yen is this, for you to learn something, guys. All right, so this is called lag. All right, this is called, or we call that lag. All right, or we can say that the pound is strong, pound was strong, all right, against the yen, but Australian dollar wasn't strong enough to hold its gains, all right, and dropped earlier than the pound yen dropped. All right, so this was giving us a signal that we are going to see this trade, we are going to see that move, and we were prepared for that. All right, and this is going to be for you to watch this video, okay, if you haven't. So that trade is gone. Okay, so last week on Friday, same pattern. You see that? Nice how pattern works. People, they spend time learning Elliott waves, right? 1 2 3 4 5. So these patterns are far more better than that. Okay, so this pattern is called simply, we can call that 1 2 3 4 5 an Elliott wave expanding triangle formation, right? And can put numbers on that, right? But we don't do that kind of stuff. But this simple pattern is telling us that what is going to come there. Okay. All right. So hopefully that makes sense for you to understand something. So that trade is already gone. Okay. And again, analysis is very much simple. Let's recall the past chart first. Okay, I love to look at the past charts, because when you look at the past charts, it gives you confidence on your analysis. If you don't look at the past charts, you're not going to get confidence. And you should look at your past charts so that you can get the confidence and you can stick to that confidence. Okay, so this is what it is doing right now. I've seen that chart many times, guys. Just to let you know that stick to analyze first correctly, okay, and then stick to that. That's happening right now. Okay, how far that can go? Again, euro yen. Okay, the target you are looking is 1 hour time frame. All right, so the target you are looking is first this and second this. All right, so euro yen, first this and second this, first this and second this. Longer term target. All right, so do you have opportunities to catch on it? So opportunities was there on a 4 hour time frame. All right, nice opportunity, just shown you that chart. Okay, this correction was expecting. Watch that video. All right, the video which I have just shown you there, watch that video. And this trade already hit the short-term target. All right, so what is the longer term target is very much clear, guys. So again, if I'm gonna make my analysis more simple and easy for you to understand, those who are beginner to the you know, to this market, price to just simply stay below these moving averages, okay, and continue to keep dragging lower. Any pullback within those moving averages is going to create an opportunity for you. All right, so that to continue to keep dragging more lower. All right, I'm going to look at the 1 hour time frame, and that, you know, all right, so lower time frame, same pattern, push up. All right, so breakout for another leg higher, go there and again give you a sell opportunity from within these areas. Okay, if it goes there, then give you a sell opportunity, otherwise again give you a sharp breakdown. All right, I'm not anticipating, but in case if that happens, then continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, so it can drop quickly, it can, you know, fall quickly and aggressively to the downside, like we have just seen the euro yen chart. Okay, last week Friday was very sharp close to the downside on the euro yen. Okay, so this is what you are looking. Simple analysis, guys. Lower time frame correction is underway, that to complete and continue. All right, so if you wanna, I mean, if you're struggling and you are struggling with the timing, all right, so then you can join me. All right, so you can join our you know, private forum and you know, join that, okay, for the timing. Okay, and that was the previous timing, all right, when it was forming that, you know, triangle on 1 hour time frame chart. Okay, that was the best place to start looking for this to continue to keep dragging lower. All right, so that chart was there. Okay, this expanding triangle formation. Since then it is dropping. Okay, so correction is due. All right, so not sure when to get it that the correction is ended or not. Join the experts. All right, so euro chief yen, so chief yen to drop to. Okay, so we may see a slow, I mean, yes, let's just understand one thing. Okay, this is gonna both currencies. Okay, these two currencies, both currencies are safe haven currencies. All right, when something happens in the world, this goes higher and this goes higher too. Okay, both goes higher. If market hit with any uncertainty, okay, so both goes higher. You see strength on the chief, you see strength on the yen. So right now we can see that we are having a divergence in the policy between the Swiss National Bank and the Bank of Japan. All right, so they are not, Bank of Japan is not having any problem with the yen weaknesses. All right, but yen weaknesses or strength, but Swiss National Bank, they are, you know, struggling they are struggling against the chief strength. All right, they want weaker chief, they want weaker, you know, currency, and they are simply struggling. All right, and chief is playing as a strong safe haven currency strong safe haven assets, similar like gold, we can say that, all right, playing like gold. So that's the reason all other currencies are struggling against the Swiss franc, all right. So I'm telling you that the reason to tell you that we're gonna see a drop on it, on this currency, when the other is gonna finish their moves, right? When the other yen pair is gonna finish the move, you're not gonna see a drop on it at the same time, right? The reason, because you know, investors sell cheap, we can say that, you know, very cautiously, all right. They don't or you guys already know that all the money goes to this, to the Swiss, all right. People are just putting their deposits over there, which is causing the strength, more demand on the chief, all right, and they take out that cautiously. So you're gonna see a drop on it once euro yen, where the euro yen is sitting again. Let's talk about that. Okay, what is the first target on the the chief yen? Was that, all right? And there, okay, so chief yen target was that, all right, and that second, okay, first one, second one. So at the end, so this currency gonna drop at last. Once we're gonna see a drop on other yen pairs, when other yen pairs gonna finish their moves, then we may see a drop on it, all right. So it can take some time, okay. So if you are preparing to trade on this chart, like this move, okay, so where we are right now on the chief yen, there we are right now, okay, the part which have already completed over there on the chief yen, okay. So you see that same patterns, both patterns are same, you know, channel, and that channel just crashed over there very aggressively, boom. It looks correction for upside, okay, but it was also a correction for upside on the euro yen, but it didn't continue. Okay, so we may see a quick drop on this chart too, like that. Okay, so this is tradable too. Okay, this chart is tradable too, euro chief yen, so you can trade on it, but make sure you trade precautiously. Okay, so again, same like other yen pairs too, you are just simply looking this to pull back. There was an opportunity last week on this chart too, on a 4-hour time frame, all right, 4-hour time frame, when it was pulling back, similar like the EV yen too, all right, so pulling back, and then the next move happened. So again, if I make my analysis simple, red line, price to stay below that red line, okay, and price to keep dropping lower. Any pullback comes over there within those red lines, okay, price to struggle, don't break beyond, don't go beyond that red line, okay, and keep the trend intact for the downside. Okay, hopefully that makes sense for you. All right, and price to just simply tag those blue lines, okay, horizontal blue lines, 117, 118. All right, and we'll see if it goes higher for another leg, we'll see. Okay, so 1-hour time frame pullbacks or 4-hour time frame pullbacks. All right, so euro pound. Okay, so someone was asking for the euro pound, because euro pound has almost completed its bullish move, the move or the way which I was showing you guys, or asking you to look for in my previous video analysis. Right, so we do have that video analysis on euro pound too. All right, so there, let's check that too, a month ago, I think. All right, so there was a buy opportunity on the euro pound, and the chart is also going to be there on the Telegram on the euro pound, but that was a bit late. All right, so this video, all right, so the video which I'm talking about, that was exact on time when the setup was forming over there for buy on the euro pound. So you can look at that later on, guys, if you do have time. So simple analysis. Okay, so it's not ready yet. As I said, euro is weaker, pound is just having some, you know, hype from the Bank of England or rate hikes, and we are having policy divergence between these two banks. All right, ECB going in a different direction, Bank of England is going in a different direction, which is causing this currency to stretch for the downside. All right, and again, you know, when you are buying, specifically when you are buying euro these days, you have to be cautious. All right, you have to be a bit cautious. Euro is you know, weaker right now. Okay, but the move which I'm anticipating. All right, so the last move which we were looking was that, okay, and expecting it to break out that channel and continue. We didn't see that breakout, and price extended back to that low again. So the move again you are looking is to go higher, same move. All right, so the move which we are having previously in the channel. All right, so, or the way previously showing breakouts. Okay, so we got a breakout but we didn't see continuations. All right, so all these short-term buys were there, okay, but we didn't see a breakout for upside. Yeah, updates were there on lower time frame, guys. If you want to look at those updates on lower time frame, have a look. All right, and the recent one was there. Okay, so happened. Okay, so it went higher on this 4-hour time frame. So nothing new. It's same chart, same price action, same, you know, price, and price action is needed over there on at the current price. All right, for this to go higher. Okay, so there is a room. Okay, this we may see more drop on it. Okay, like that it can happen. So don't rush. Do not rush. 83, we can say that. All right, so price is running around 83.90. Okay, so 90 pip room is over there. Okay, so it hasn't found its floor over there at that price. Okay, we still may see drop before going to price go back up. All right, so do not rush. Just watch it on your lower time frame, and once you see that the price started to do that, okay, all these corrections were sign that the price is going to reverse. Okay, so once you see that that's coming over there, okay, or sharp breakout is happening, then start looking to build your buys over there for upside. Otherwise, hold on, wait on. Don't buy just based on these trend lines or just based on numbers. Buy based on the price action. All right, so how price is acting at a specific level, that's more important than anything else. All right, how price is acting at a specific area. Watch that. It is struggling. All right, it's bouncing. Right, so the what kind of price section we see. All right, sometimes you see that the price is falling, all right, and then start slowing down. Okay, that means it is gonna bounce off very quickly. All right, when it bounce off very quickly, that's gonna be the sign for you to reverse. All right, sometime price come and boom, bounce off. All right, so hopefully it's working on the YouTube now. Right, so I have just stopped the Facebook stream. That wasn't that was causing problems. All right, so it's live on the YouTube, guys. YouTube is working now. Perfect. Okay, so Euro Chief, long session. Euro Chief slightly aggressive to the downside. Okay, but I'm expecting it to hold, find out its floor and a pull back over there. Okay, right now it's not ready to jump in. Okay, all right, so make sure you let the euro find its floor across the market before you start doing anything on this chart. Okay, so a bit risky to trade. All right, and trade be cautiously. Okay, so this channel to break up and continue to keep rising for more upside. All right, so just a second. So let's go on. Euro Chief, Kiwi CAD, Kiwi CAD to drop as well. Okay, so we may see another push up on this next week, as I said, on the CN. Okay, but again, after going higher, start going down. Right, so go higher and then test that, and then again drop. All right, so Aussie CAD to daily time frame and drop back to that previous bottom. All right, tag that previous bottom and then rebound. All right, break, test, and a pullback this move. All right, so hopefully you understand that. Okay, so euro Rs is going to be again, euro need to bounce aggressively for upside. Okay, and this move going to be due on the euro pound. All right, and we are expecting that to happen, the euro pound. All right, and this is what you are looking next week. Simple ABC move. All right, or bigger, bigger. Yeah, just simply that flag to break out. Okay, or ABC move, whatever you want to call that. Aussie chief going to be the same to the downside. Yeah, so someone was asking that the Aussie chief what to do. Aussie chief is very much done, guys. Okay, the target is reached over there. So if you have traded on that, yeah, so you so you shouldn't be into the market anymore because it has tagged that floor. All right, so if you have already your trade on, you are looking this to continue to keep dragging more lower, and the target is this. All right, that's the target. It may continue to keep dragging more downside. Okay, if not, then simply go again within that flat formation or test your moving averages top. All right, and give you that simple flat formation and continue to keep dragging more lower. Okay, so euro New Zealand dollar is the chart to watch next week. All right, specifically during the New Zealand rate decision. Okay, RBN, Reserve Bank of New Zealand rate decision, and this wedge to break out or upside. You're looking that target. Okay, so the target gonna be that this to go that much far away, and there is opportunity on this chart, and it may take some time. All right, this opportunity is there. All right, so I have just gone through pound Australian dollar. All right, so I'm gonna look at that later on. There is opportunity on pound Australian dollar, pound New Zealand dollar, pound CAD. Okay, so these three charts I'm gonna give you a nice buy opportunity. Breakout, correct, and go higher. All right, breakout, sharp breakout, and continue to keep rising. Kiwi chief go down. All right, so Kiwi chief to go down. Okay, back to that low. This not a best chart, I can say that. All right, but break down and continue to keep dragging lower. Dollar rand. Okay, so dollar rand is simply struggling. All right, and what I'm anticipating on this chart, I'm anticipating on this chart to just explode for more upside, like the way it has done there. Obviously there are reasons, some political reasons, and some monetary reasons, yeah, which is causing lira to to lose, to get weaker with that much scale. All right, so it's gone. All right, and it can continue to keep rising for more upside. It can go up to 20 within no time. 20, 15 first, and then 20. All right, the way it is losing its value. It seems to me that it's Turkish government policy to have a weaker currency within their region. All right, to gain economic edge in other countries, and we may see similar kind of next leg on these two currencies. Okay, peso can do that too, and rand is already on its way for that. Okay, but the move is slow, the breakout is slow on this weekly chart. Okay, but yes, it can continue to keep rising for more upside. All right, it can continue to keep rising for more upside on this weekly chart. Also, we are having a change in policy from the Fed, which can continue, which can keep pushing this pair for more upside. Again, pullback, moving averages, simple analysis, you need a pullback over there like that. Okay, like the price has done there. Okay, pullback and continue this pair to continue to keep pushing more higher, or continue its trend. All right, and keep rising for more upside. All right, so moving averages make your life more easier. So the dollar peso, okay, this currency gonna explode, definitely gonna explode. It's just building for that explosion. This is also gonna explode. Okay, so sitting over there, yeah, setting up for another rise over there. May take some time. All right, so may take some time, but yes, this is also setting up for another bullish wave like that. Obviously that was because of crash. All right, so we may see that kind of reasons, all right, from Mexican bank, all right, that can drive this more upside back to that top. So also dollar can drive too, so stronger dollar going to be a reason for that. So you are simply looking pullbacks first, all right, so any pullback or flat formation going to be a, you know, nice buy opportunity for longer term for upside. Okay, so trade with care and keep looking for that. Okay, this is also gonna rise, dollar gonna rise on all these major, against all these, you know, developing emerging market currencies. All right, so dollar gonna rise. So it's simply this daily wedge to break out, and short-term target gonna be that, medium-term target, short-term target gonna be within these areas. Okay, but you are looking this to, you know, reverse very, very aggressively for upside, and it is going to reverse. Definitely you're gonna see, you know, this to rise to. Okay, any new low is gonna be a longer term buy opportunity on this, on dollar against the Chinese yuan. All right, so all these areas, all these previous lows you are watching very, very closely. This is the pair which is left. Yeah, this is the dollar pair which is left behind. Okay, and dollar has almost gone across the market. This is where dollar is still, you know, catching up things. All right, first of all, go for this move, all right, and if the move is going to be a boom pump like that, okay, and this is going to come, definitely reversal is going to come, guys. All right, then continue to keep rising for more upside. This is going to come, all right, because dollar has gained its value, and this is the only currency where the dollar is still sitting at the bottom. Dollar has gone, all right, dollar has gained. Where is the dollar index? If I'm gonna look at this, you know, drop, okay, that was the pandemic driven drop. Okay, easy monetary policy from the Fed caused that drop. Okay, so it has reversed 50%. That's the 50% sign. It has reversed 50%. So where is the dollar Chinese yuan sitting? Dollar Chinese yuan is still sitting 100% low of the previous pandemic, a pandemic low, right? Okay, this is the way which is driven by the easy monetary policy, or by the Fed. Okay, before that we had a boom strength of the dollar. So where is the 50%? 50% is still there, sitting at the bottom. So longer term move gonna be over there on this chart, and this is gonna come, all right. Chinese yuan gonna lose its value, definitely gonna lose its value over the, yeah, against the dollar, the dollar. So all these previous lows gonna be important to watch. You watching every single low is just being created on the dollar against the Chinese yuan at these areas. You may trade for short term, okay? If you are not a longer term investor or longer term trader, you may trade for short term, all right, like these moves. Okay, so short term moves, looking at the lows, buying, watching price action, looking for these moves. And if you are a longer term investor and looking for, you know, a big move, then you are preparing for this to reverse too. Okay, because people were expecting this to drop too, while, you know, because of the easy monetary policy, all right, to go up to 6. They were expecting that the dollar gonna drop up to 6 against the Chinese yuan, all right, but it just stuck over there at 635. All right, so yeah, longer term move we may see over there on this chart. Okay, we'll see how that wave gonna, you know, evolve over time. All right, so those were the currencies. Now let's move on to the energies. Some currencies left over there at the top. Let's look at this first, and then we're gonna go to the energies. Okay, so let's go to this weekly chart so that you guys can understand that what potential you can get from this chart. Weekly chart, on to that top, all right, and then that weekly chart went to that low. Okay, so went to that low means it's coming again in the buy zone. Okay, so came, right, you know, went up, came back to that, went up. Let me tell you why this chart is more predictable than the others. Okay, So Australian economy is bigger than the New Zealand economy. All right. Why this pair is going down? Why this pair is not rising? Yeah. I mean, why we are having that trend, right? While the Australian economy is bigger than the New Zealand economy. Why Australian currency is not stronger than the New Zealand economy? Okay, so the reason is why that drop is happening is the interest rate. Okay, so the interest rate you are having in the New Zealand on the 10-year yield is around 2.60. All right, and they are already raising interest rate. All right, they are already raising the interest rate, and where the yield on the Australian dollar at 1.70 or 1.80. Where's the 2-year yield? So 2-year yield on the Australian government bond is 0.40, means that they are not looking to raise the interest rate in a short period of time. All right, but where is the yield on the New Zealand dollar, New Zealand 2-year? At the 2.14 or 15, means that they are raising the interest rate. That's the main driver. Okay, this is the main reason behind the New Zealand dollar to get strong, or Australian dollar is still weaker against the New Zealand dollar. All right, so who's going to catch up that? All right, so obviously they not gonna keep raising the interest rate forever. All right, so obviously Australian gonna catch up, and their yield gonna rise, and you simply gonna see strength over there on that currency. So this is creating a buy opportunity. All right, every time when you see that this chart is coming close to 1, all right, coming close to 1, there is a 1. All right, so it's creating opportunity for you to reverse. Okay, 1 is far away, but price struggle to go beyond that 103. All right, 103, 102, 125, all these areas are good to watch it to reverse for short term to medium term. Okay, so you're looking this to go there for short term trade. Let's go to this chart first. Okay, so short term is already there, target. Okay, this is the short term target, and medium term target is there, and longer term target is around 110. Okay, so easy to understand that. So now let's look at the energies, then we're going to talk about the stock and then cryptocurrencies. All right, so energy and metals. Energies. Okay, so the reason I have explained to you already, guys, why you are looking oil to drop, because the inflation is very much high, and countries are US is trying to push the oil prices lower by talking right now. Right, if they are going to release their oil reserves, then we may see more downside. And in case if OPEC countries are going to bow down against the US pressure, then we may see more downside. Right now they are not, still holding on supply, not releasing enough supply. That's causing the oil to continue to keep pushing more higher. Okay, so simple analysis. All right, so the exact timing for the oil to drop, you may have missed that. Okay, you may have missed. This might be a multi-years top on oil for next 2 to 3 years. All right, price may not. All right, so it's not confirmed yet. All right, so only going to confirm when price gonna break down sharply. All right, but there is possibility that the price not gonna go beyond that 86 for next couple of years. All right, so let's go to the lower time frame further down. Let's pull out your moving averages. All right, so you are simply looking price to pull back, correction, all right, another correction to form, and that correction to break down, and oil to continue to keep dragging lower. So break above that moving averages will push oil prices back to the previous top, close to 86. All right, if it comes to 86 or come back within the correction is going to get bigger. You're still looking this to hold and continue to keep dragging lower, and oil to break down that daily ascending channel for more downside. All right, so the exact timing I was saying, all right, so the exact timing same goes with the UK oil or Brent crude oil. All right, So same goes with this. It is also dropping. Let me bring the oil chart. The exact timing. I was talking about the exact timing. What was the exact timing to find out that top? All right, so let me bring that chart. Okay, so the exact timing was this to find out top on both oil, on Brent and WTI. That was the exact timing. Okay, when price, opened up with that gap. All right, we call that simply a reversal gap. All right, this is a reversal gap. If this is a reversal gap, then this is going to be a multi-year top on oil. All right, the 85. So break above this, or this gap or this top, 80, 85, 85. Yeah, 80, 86. We can say that. I'm not anticipating, but in case if that happens, that definitely gonna surprise me. All right, but that was the exact timing to find the top on WTI and Brent. All right, so since then it is just simply going down. All right, and the recent one was that recently tested that. All right, and I was expecting it to drop from there. All right, and the price is dropping since hitting that top. All right, so these tops are there, updates are there. Okay, so hopefully you got the idea that what price you are watching for oil to hold for longer term. All right, that gap. Okay, the gap which I have just shown you, price to stay below that gap. Every time when price come closer to that gap, all right, you are looking it to hold and price to stay below. Or let's look at the update. Okay, what you are looking, price to break down that trend line, okay, or moving averages and correct back and continue to keep dragging lower for longer term. All right, or if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, where was the gap? All right, so the gap, you're not gonna see a thing now because it's fixed now. It was there when price opened. Right, so 1 hour time frame chart, so it was there. All right, so that was the gap there. Okay, so it's far away, so you're simply looking for 4 hour time frame as shown. Price to just simply stay below that 4 hour time frame. Okay, so expanding triangle already formed. All right, so another couple of flags formed, flat form, all right, or running flat. Okay, price to pull back, stay below and keep dragging lower. Okay, or stay below that top for longer term. All right, hopefully that makes sense. All right, so natural gas, I think I should ignore that chart. At that, natural gas is a very risky chart. So on equities are pushing higher simply. All right, and I would suggest you to not chase the indices, as indices are not chaseable at the current price. All right, but there was a buy the dip opportunity, and I have if you go and look at the videos, all right, so you're gonna find the S&P 500 setup over there. Yeah, there. It's about to complete the daily correction. Yeah, there. When the daily correction was completing, or when the correction was happening over there. All right, so this. All right, so when it was testing that floor, so this move is on its way right now. Price is just simply gone beyond that. All right, so this wave is on its way. That there where I was, we were expecting it to hold that simple flat. That wave is on its way. So overextended, highly or extreme value. All right, it doesn't make any sense to just keep buying. All right, so look at that. Have patience. Since then, it is just simply not looking back. So overextended. Look at that, where it has just gone. Overextended, highly overvalued. Yeah, S&P 500, Nasdaq 100 index, and US 30 as well, but not that much overextended. So the correction is due on them. All right, so the bigger correction is due. I'm anticipating bigger correction. The yes, that correction only can come. All right, let's understand the reason why I'm expecting that. All right, let's understand the reason why we may see a deeper pullback. All right, deeper pullback on the S&P 500. Okay, so the inflation is at, let's bring that chart to, there is the inflation chart. Okay, let's change that. There is the line chart. Or let's use the histogram. Yeah, area. That's gonna be much easier to understand. Okay, so there is the inflation, 6%. Right? We have seen inflation, you know, at 14% in 1979. All right, 1979 inflation went up to 15%, and we have seen inflation in 2008 right there above 5.60. Yeah, it was 5.60 in 2008, and we have seen a tremendous crash. All right, so 2008 crash, hopefully you all guys remember that. Yeah, huge crash was there, recession. Okay, so inflation is gone, higher than that. All right, so if I'm gonna pull out S&P 500 chart, let me pull out, guys. All right, so there, when inflation broke out, went up to what, 5.60. All right, 5.60 at that time. Then we have seen, you know, crash on the inflation and the same crash on the stock market as well. So both goes down. All right, so there were a lot of reasons as well. All right, for that crash. So policy mistake. All right, the word is being used very often in the market is the policy mistake from the Fed. If Fed is going to make a policy mistake, all right, so we may see, you know, both. We may see crash on both. All right, so policy mistake, I mean, if they are trying to contain the inflation and going to tighten their policy very quickly, going to raise the interest rate very quickly, going to end their support to the market. All right, so we may see, you know, again, crash on the inflation. Inflation can crash too, and at the same time, the overextended, I think I haven't, you know, added it correctly. I have to add it right way. All right, okay, so we may see crash on the S&P 500 on stock as well. Okay, so this is due, even if they are not going to make a policy mistake and they are only going to end their QE for the market. Okay, we still can see a bigger drop on it. Yeah, so hopefully that makes sense to understand you why I'm anticipating that to happen. All right, a deeper pullback to happen. Okay, that's due. So if you are trading on the equities and still buying them and looking them to just continue to keep pushing more higher, short term is all right. Okay, for short term they are okay, they are good to trade, but for longer term, avoid. All right, so it's not time to invest on the indices for more upside. Okay, so I'm anticipating them to break down. Even if you are trading for short on them and looking to sell them, it's also risky, guys. Yeah, it is highly risky to go against the trend, specifically on the indices. All right, so you need to understand that very, you know, I mean, you need to understand that before you start, going to sell the indices. So don't do that. All right. So indices are not designed to counter. They're only designed to buy the pullbacks, buy the dip. So better to trade with that and look for that dip to happen. And then you are looking, yeah, this is the structure. Just keep that structure in mind for longer term. All right. I don't see that is going to change. So max rise we can see over there is the 5,000 on the S&P 500, and after that we may see a sideways market or a bigger pullback. Yeah, so GDP need to catch up for the S&P 500 to keep pushing more higher. GDP is still very low. Okay, so same goes with the Nasdaq 100 index. Hope that makes sense. Nasdaq 100 index was also a buy the dip opportunity at there. All right, so there was the setup. We are still within that wave. I do have that chart too. Let's bring that chart. So Nasdaq 100 index. Okay, so we are still within that wave, and the buy the dip opportunity is just simply gone over there on the Nasdaq 100 index. Right, this buy the dip opportunity is just simply gone. So what you are simply looking another dip. All right, so another dip is due. If you are trading on lower time frame on them, on these tiny corrections, you can trade on them, okay, but make sure you keep taking your money away off the table. Don't look for aggressive, or potential is just not there on the indices, guys. Simply don't have a potential on them. If a short-term potential is there, but not for longer term potential was there when they were setting up for that rise. Yeah, so my take is very much same across the market on the indices. Okay, that too. All right, so that's the Nikkei index, that's the German 30. Okay, we may see that drop within the expanding triangle. UK 100 index is also made the move which I was shouting to you guys that is going to come. All right, you are having that wave now. Okay, you see that was the most lagged index in the market at that time. All right, when the others were just keep rising, this was sitting at the bottom. Since then it is rising. All right, still under value but close to the previous top. Okay, so potential is almost gone on that on that gold chart. Okay, this is the gold. As explained, the logic behind why looking for the gold to drop, high rates, or quicker, quickly, if Fed is going to wind up QE quickly, guys. Said that term very many times in today's meeting. Hopefully you remember that now. Okay, so we may still see another push up on gold. Okay, that push up before going to drop. So make sure you understand that. Okay, so price to stay above those moving averages means that your one more up leg is intact. So once price break below those moving averages means that it's going to change the trend. Okay, all right, so silver also same, looking for silver to go down and tighter policy to play out. Okay, so that chart. Copper to go down to, all right, so that's the copper chart. All right, therefore our time frame to continue to keep dragging lower. All right, and let's look at the small caps. All right, so small caps, again same analysis like other indices. Okay, deeper pullback is due, higher inflation can cause them to go down. All right, and US Russell 2002 can drop back to that expanding triangle formation. All right, US Russell 3002, right? So the dip is due on them. And Euro stock 50, again expanding, running within that ascending wedge. We can say that one more dip is due. All right, and same ascending wedges here on the CAC 40. Yeah, this one leg is due. All right. Okay, so on stock 600, same wedge. All right, so I'm gonna extend that, so we're gonna have that wedge too. One more leg is due. All right, so now let's look at the cryptocurrencies, guys. So because cryptocurrency is making headlines these days. So Bitcoin, okay, so I'm expecting Bitcoin to drop or extended, we can say that. All right, so it's breaking down. Previously we were expecting to drop from there. If I'm I'm gonna look at that and lower up to 30,000. So 30,000, if it goes up to 30,000, gonna create opportunity for you. All right, so analysis is very much simple, like my old video analysis. Okay, we still may see price can push up within that wedge or expanding triangle formation. It can go back to that top and then can drop, but more likely we're gonna see that the price may stay below those moving averages and can continue to keep dragging more lower. Okay, so breakout. All right, so price to stay below that and push up and break down aggressively and continue to keep pushing more lower. All right, now let's look at the others. Okay, so the cryptocurrencies which I'm gonna look at these. All right, because these are the charts which I see that, which I feel that they're gonna be the potential. Okay, if you short, all right, you are looking this pattern, right? So the wedge, all right, there was a Solana, let me bring that chart. There was a short term one more leg opportunity. Yeah, so this breakout is just happening right now. Okay, so new high or test the previous top and then start dragging aggressively lower. Okay, so breakout was setting up for a breakout for another leg. So it's happening right now after having that leg lower as shown in the wedge. Okay, so keep pushing slowly more higher and then again go back within that wedge for another leg, like the way that wedge is showing. All right, this next leg from the previous top or new high. All right, so ADA, don't do not buy that simply. It's just done. All right, so it's gonna struggle. All right, so it's gonna struggle. We may see short term one more up back to that top within that wedge, but again continue to the downside. All right, so dot same like Solana, but I'm looking this to continue to keep dragging lower all the way. Just remove those gains. They're gonna remove those gains. All right, so same, we may see another push up, okay, like Solana has done. All right, like that, back to that top or this top. All right, so just trade with care, guys. If you're trading on them, precautions, trade with all cares. Okay, so flag is just happening over there, the flag which I was showing in that analysis. Okay, so sharp breakdown, a kind of sharp correction. We can see that. So only look for sharp breakdown, aggressive breakdown. If it comes, then you are looking. Okay, wait for sharp sell-off. It came. All right, now wait for a sharp aggressive sell. Okay, aggressive sell and continue to keep dragging lower all the way back to that previous lower. Yeah, it can push more higher, but right now I don't see any reason for this to continue to keep pushing more higher. Again, guys, if you are buying cryptocurrencies, just understand the logic. Okay, if I'm gonna pull out the Bitcoin chart, I'm gonna tell you the reason. Okay, so this cycle gonna be over there on the Bitcoin, right? Or let's bring the inflation chart again. There is the inflation chart. All right, let's go to the histogram. All right, and now pull out the BTC chart on it. All right, so there, okay, there where the crash came. All right, let's change candles. Candles are not all right. Okay, so clear. So let's just look at that, and then we're gonna talk about the. We're gonna remove the inflation chart. Okay, so there where crash came on Bitcoin. All right, and the same time we have seen crash on the inflation too. All right, so inflation came close to zero. Bitcoin was there, inflation was there, and that was the end of that bearish cycle. Then it started to rise. Okay, so the main reason why Bitcoin is rising is the inflation. Okay, you see that, you see there, inflation is causing the Bitcoin to just keep rising aggressively for upside. Right, so if I'm gonna go back and when I look at the floor on the Bitcoin, all right, so that was the floor on the Bitcoin at that time. All right, there it found its floor there after going up to 14,000, 4,000. All right, and then started to rise. So this correction happened before that. So this cycle, or this whole cycle on the BTC or the whole crypto market is due. All right, okay, so when that cycle gonna start, when Fed is going to take off their support away from the market and gonna start and gonna say that they are going to fight with the higher inflation. Okay, you're gonna see people gonna start taking their money away from these assets. Okay, and they're gonna start looking yield from those assets, which gonna give them more return than these Bitcoins. Okay, so or we can say that Bitcoin is playing as an inflationary hedge right now. Okay, so that's the reason fundamentally, and technically it is at the top, expecting it to continue to keep dragging more lower, and any sharp sell-off like that gonna push this to all the way back to that low up to 30,000. So if you still believe that Bitcoin gonna continue to keep pushing more higher, means that we need more support from the Fed or central banks need to print more money. All right, we should have more inflation. All right, more inflation gonna keep pushing this more higher. All right, so low inflation gonna drop it. Okay, so I think enough for today. Is there any question? Is there any question, guys? If you are having any question, let's talk about that. So another thing, yeah, we are going to have training next month. If you are looking to join that, you can join that. All right, so training gonna start around 20 December. All right, next month during the holidays. Normally, that's gonna be the best time. I feel that that's gonna be the best time for the people, because we're not gonna have active markets, and people gonna have enough time to spend for training. All right, so you can join us for training for December. All right, and sessions definitely gonna be live. If you feel that you may not attend the live sessions, then you can watch the recordings later on. BA Boeing, BA or Boeing. All right, so still I'm still anticipating this to continue to keep pushing more higher. There is no reason for this to drop. Okay, because there is a simple, or this is simply, we can say that lagging. Okay, there is opportunity on the Boeing, this to continue, simply longer term opportunity. All right, longer term buy opportunity on the Boeing. All right, so it's a clear buy opportunity on the Boeing. So you're a longer term or short term, whatever kind of an investor I mean, all these lows are very important, which are forming over there. Okay, for this next leg over there, the Boeing. All right, so let me look at your questions, guys, and then we're gonna finish. wet change. Sorry, we are running out of time. Next time. US oil, I have already shown that. Sorry, ICP next time. ICP Terra next time. And that's the US inflation, all right? So Fed or US inflation chart. All right, so now let's look at the YouTube. So thank you for the brilliant, support on the YouTube, guys. I appreciate that. Yeah, I know that you guys were missing, so you guys were missing these analysis. There are a lot of comments, guys. Struggling to go through all right, so let's just finish here. I know you guys are already tired. Yes, we just have up 2 hours movie. All right, like a movie. All right, so it's a long session. Hopefully you enjoy that after a long time, or have learned something new today. All right, so give me a thumbs up. All right, and again, we'll see you back again in another analysis next week. Until then, bye bye.